There's a lot of things I would do for money, but there are some activities that are just so stupid that you could not pay me to do them. Recently, there's been this cave diving meme trend going around, and it just reminded me of how horrible cave diving is. Like, I genuinely don't understand the appeal of going into tight, rocky spaces. It's cold, narrow, and dark in these caves. What do you think you're gonna find in there, bud? Fucking leprechaun with a pot of gold?
What? Are you serious? Oh my god, this is like my first time cave diving.
Fact. 90% of cave divers quit right before they're about to hit it big. There is literally nothing in these caves except for rocks and the dead bodies of people who got trapped in there looking at the same exact rocks. I feel like everyone knows about the Nutty Putty Cave incident, where this guy named John Jones unknowingly went through an unmarked passage of the cave and got stuck for 27 hours. Like, imagine spending the final hours of your life cold, in the dark, stuck between two giant rocks. You don't get it, man. It's about the thrill of exploration. What are we exploring here? We're not playing Minecraft, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, why not, like, I don't know, travel? You're telling me instead of traveling to a different country, you're gonna, go into rocks?
Oh dear, it appears that I'm stuck. Well, surely someone will come rescue me soon.
Yeah, who needs to explore different civilizations and experience culture in other countries and cities that you've never been to when you can just, go inside of rocks?
I'm so fucking wet right now. Holy
so
shit.
jealous, so
man.
cool. Wow, dude, this is swag, man. Oh, but traveling is expensive. Then stay home, bro. Why are you wandering into caves? I don't understand, bro. And if you didn't think that cave diving could get any worse, let's make it even more deadly by filling the entire cave with water. Allow me to introduce you to underwater cave diving. Okay, you know what? This photo does look pretty cool, but that's besides the point. It's like normal cave diving, except instead of getting stuck between two rocks and starving to death, you get the luxury of getting stuck between two rocks and drowning to death. Again, why? There's nothing to see in these caves, bro. Bro thinks he's gonna find some deep sea golden doubloons stashed away. Bro's trying to attend Aquaman's meet and greet. Bro's looking for Davy Jones' locker, man. Like, what are you doing, bro? Underwater cave diving is so dangerous. There's literally no reason to do this other than to brag that you underwater cave dive. Hey, did you know I do a really unnecessary, dangerous activity as a hobby? And let's just say I might be a little retarded. Yeah, underwater cave diving is not for everyone. It's a pretty extreme, pretty dangerous hobby of mine that I have. We just go out there, we train to hold our breath. We train with the oxygen at the depth levels, and we get out there, we get it done. It's like every time you're exploring those underwater caves, you don't know if you're gonna get out alive. It's the thrill of exploration, man. I recall this one time I dived into Neptune's butthole, and a fun fact, I'm actually one of 5 people to have ever made it out of Neptune's butthole alive. But I recall the story. It was a thrilling experience, really. I dived in the water. I went through the cave, and it was dark. I shined my flashlight around it. It was just a bunch of rocks, and I swam in there for about 30 minutes. And yeah, I made it out, and it was definitely worth risking my life over to tell this story of how I swam in the water in that cave. It was cool. You can clap now, by the way.
Skip. But when does this game get fucking good?
Continuing with the trend of diving, we have skydiving. Now, I understand that skydiving is pretty safe compared to literally everything else I mentioned before. But why? Again, I have to ask why. As a normal, functioning human being, I have never once thought of wanting to jump out of a plane. That has never crossed my mind as something that I would ever want to do in my life. And I just have to ask why. I have to ask who invented this? Who was like, you know what? Let's pretend like we're gonna commit suicide. That's a fun thing to do. Why don't we do that and charge people for it? It's thrilling, dude. The adrenaline. You get the adrenaline pumping in you, and you're like, dang, ooh, I'm really alive now. What the fuck, dude? Just do some crack or something, bro. Like, why jump out of planes when you can just smoke some crack? This is like peak white person shit. They really be spending loads of money just to do dangerous activities. I guess the suburbs aren't dangerous enough. Free solo climbing. Guys, I have an idea. It's a revolutionary take on the classic rock climbing. What if, okay, hear me out. What if we climbed up mountains, but without all of the safety gear? Bruh. Well, that just sounds like a splendid idea. Count me in. So if you slip and fall, you fucking die. That's ingenious. You know, whoever invented this, hats off to you, man. You are so smart. I never understand what's up with people and doing these very dangerous activities just to prove themselves. You know, I really wanted to push myself this time, so I nearly killed myself. Yeah, I actually hold the free solo climbing record of climbing up Mount Boner in less than 4 minutes. So I was just trying to push myself. What can I say? I was just trying to push myself. You know, really what we do out here when we free solo climb, it's all about pushing the limits of humanity. And really, you know, we just really hate ropes, and we just really hate carabiners. Yeah, we don't like any of that shit. That's some pussy shit. You know, we don't need that. You know, monkeys don't need that to climb. You know, I don't see monkeys using ropes and carabiners. You know, they use their good old legs and arms. You know, and you know, I think we should just revert to monkey and not use any tools that we have invented and just become cavemen. I just really wanted to push my limits, and you know, instead of cooking my food in my kitchen in the comfort of my own home, I wanted to cook it over a fire in the middle of the forest. But what if I told you that free solo climbing could get better? What if instead of climbing mountains, we climbed buildings instead?
What?
You know, I would argue that this is even better than climbing mountains, because instead of risking your life to experience and see the beauty of nature, you're instead risking your life to see streets and lampposts. Yeah, this one's a real head scratcher. I don't know who started this. I guess they all have the lifelong dream of becoming Spider-Man.
Le truc quand tu crois que tu vas tomber et crever quoi.
Imagine climbing to the top of a building when you could just take the elevator or the stairs. Yeah, Empire State Building. I climbed that. Yeah, I just wanted to test the limits of human keeping up with the urban theme. We have urban exploration. I'm not gonna lie, watching these abandoned exploration videos are very interesting, but 99% of the time, none of these places are ever worth going to. Most of these places are the scene of a crime, or there's a homeless crack warrior dwelling in them. Yeah, no thanks, bro. I'm not trying to play Resident Evil 7 in real life. Not to mention all of the mold and still water in these places. I would have to bathe myself on the molecular level just to feel clean after coming back from one of these places. I remember watching this video about this abandoned Chinese theme park, and it just seemed so much effort just to explore this place. This dude had to climb around barbed wire in the freezing cold, in the dark, and maneuver around guard dogs and security just to look at an abandoned Chinese theme park. Like, bro, like, yeah, it's cool and all, but like, I mean, that's a lot of effort just to look at some like rotting animatronics. Lastly, this one's a little bit of a wild card. We have slap fighting. Now, for those unfamiliar with slap fighting, it goes a little something like this. There is no amount of money that you could pay me to participate in something like this. And I'm not talking about the influencer charity events where they, you know, bring out all the YouTubers and they, you know, they slap each other or something. I'm talking about like professional level slappers. It's like boxing, but worse. Now, for those unfamiliar with combat sports, boxing is dangerous. Unlike MMA, when you get knocked down, you know, they call off the fight. It's already over. But in boxing, if you can get back up within 10 seconds, you know, you keep fighting. which is obviously not good for the brain when you're getting punched repeatedly. Except unlike slap fighting, in boxing, you can defend yourself. You know, you can block punches, you can dodge, but in slap fighting, you just gotta stand there and take the full force of it, bro. Like, look at this dude's face. It looks like half of it is getting sucked into a black hole. So how do you feel about your performance here tonight at the slap fighting championships?
You know, just come out here, we do our best. And, you know, didn't get the knockout tonight, but there's always next time. You know, that's what we train for. That's what we train for. You know, just hoping to get back in the ring.
And to make matters worse, there are no gloves. I mean, have you seen these videos, bro? The average human is not surviving these.
This white boy does look scared. He might. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Okay. Please don't get up. Come on, bro. You're done for, bro. Just go to. Yo, what the?
Oh, but what if they offer you $1 billion to take a slap from this guy? If I even got lucky enough to survive that slap, I'd probably be spending all of that money trying to unvegetableify myself. So yeah, I